If you're watching someone you love struggle with the daily pain of arthritis, you know that feeling of helplessness. It's tough. Well, today we're going to change that. We're breaking down some really practical, effective tips that can bring real relief, starting right now.
It really is. This quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Seeing someone you care about have to fight through pain just to do simple, everyday things, well, it's absolutely heartbreaking, and it can make you feel like there's nothing you can do.
And this is a huge challenge for so many people. Get this, over 50%, that's more than half, of all people aged 75 and older are living with arthritis. So if this is something you're dealing with as a caregiver, believe me, you are not alone.
But here's the most important thing I want you to take away today. While there's no magic cure for arthritis, this is not a story about just suffering through it. It's a story about management. It's about empowerment. There are so many things you can do to make a real difference.
So where do we start? Well, the first step, the absolute most important step, is working with their doctor. Everything we're about to talk about, it all has to be discussed with a medical professional first. That's non-negotiable.
Now, here's how you can make that doctor's visit incredibly productive. Don't just show up. Go in like a detective. Before the appointment, take a few days to observe. Where exactly does it hurt? When is the pain at its worst? Is it in the morning, at night? What specific things are a real struggle? Getting a button done? Opening a jar? Write it all down. This gives the doctor the clues they need for a better diagnosis and a way more effective plan.
Okay, so you've talked to the doctor. Now what? Let's get into some immediate relief. What can you do right now, at home, to help ease that pain? There's some simple yet really powerful therapies.
The classic heat versus cold debate. The trick is knowing when to use which one. So think of it this way. Heat is for stiffness. It's fantastic for loosening up those tight, achy joints and muscles, especially first thing in the morning. Cold, on the other hand, is for inflammation. It's your go-to for deep pain and swelling, kind of numbing the area after a long day.
And you don't need any fancy equipment for this. Look how simple this is. You just soak a towel, pop it in the microwave for a minute or two, and you've got a great heat pack for free. But that last step is absolutely crucial. Always wrap it in another dry towel. You have to protect sensitive skin from burns.
So here's the pro tip. You want to get into a daily rhythm. Use heat in the morning to get everything moving with a little less pain. And then at the end of the day, use a cold pack to calm down any swelling that's built up. It's all about using the right tool for the job at the right time.
You know, another simple but amazing tool is just gentle massage. It doesn't have to be deep or intense. Just gently rubbing the area warms up the joint and helps the muscles relax. It can be a really wonderful, calming thing to do before bed to help them get a better night's sleep.
All right, so we've covered some things for immediate relief, but now let's zoom out and talk about the long game. What are the lifestyle habits that can build up resilience and provide lasting improvement?
This is the big question, isn't it? It sounds completely backwards. If your joints are screaming in pain, the absolute last thing on your mind is moving them more. It just seems like it would make things worse.
And here's the paradox. Not moving is actually the enemy here. It truly is a use it or lose it situation with joints. Inactivity makes them stiffer and more painful. So, while it might be a little uncomfortable at first, regular, gentle movement is one of the best things you can do to reduce pain in the long run.
So, what does that actually look like? We are not talking about running a marathon here. It's all about small, consistent wins. Encourage your loved one to just get up, at least once an hour. Gently flex the joints that hurt. You know, a short walk to the kitchen or down the hall. That helps. Even trips to the bathroom count. The goal is just to keep from being still for too long.
Okay, let's talk about another huge factor, body weight. A tiny change here can have a massive impact. You ready for this? Losing just a single pound takes 4 pounds of pressure off of each knee. 4 pounds. Just let that sink in for a second. So if someone loses 10 pounds, that's 40 pounds of pressure they're no longer putting on their knees with every single step. That is an unbelievable game changer for pain relief.
What we eat plays a big part too. Specifically, let's talk about omega-3 fatty acids. Think of these as little inflammation fighters. You find them in fatty fish like salmon and tuna. And since arthritis pain is all about inflammation, anything that helps reduce it system-wide is gonna help.
But, and this is a really big but, you always
always have to check with a doctor before starting any kind of new supplement, even something that seems as harmless as fish oil. You have to be sure it won't interfere with any of their prescription medications. Safety first, always.
Okay, let's pull all of this together. We've gone over a lot of ground, but it all points down one clear path, a path to providing real, tangible relief.
So here it is, your arthritis management toolkit. It starts with talking to a pro. Then you've got your at-home therapies, the hot and the cold. And then you have your long-term habits, daily movement, managing weight, and eating an anti-inflammatory diet. These are the pillars you can build on. And remember, this isn't a quick fix. Managing arthritis is a journey. There are going to be good days and bad days, but your two greatest tools are patience and consistency. It's the small things you do every single day that add up to big relief over time.
So I'll just leave you with this question. After hearing all this, what is the one small change you can help with starting today? Maybe it's just making one of those DIY heat packs, or maybe it's encouraging a short walk down the hall, because that one small thing, that's where the journey to real relief begins.